thousands of people are destroying their healthy teeth chasing a perfect smile, and many of them wish they never did it.
All that work and what did it get me? Why did I do it?
I have severe TMJ now because of the veneers that did. It ruined my life.
My teeth are hurting. Like, they didn't hurt immediately. They didn't hurt 2 days later, 3 days later. They started hurting probably 4 days ago. By Wednesday, I was in pain. When I say pain, I was in pain. Like, I wanted to lay down, crawl in my bed, take as much medication as I could, and go to sleep.
Don't get veneers unless you want to eat like this for the rest of your life.
This is how I have to drink with my veneers. I have to put the straw to the back of my mouth so that nothing is hitting this front, like part of my mouth at all. How sensitive your teeth are is unreal.
You've seen the before and after videos, you've watched the TikToks, you've admired the perfect straight, blinding white smiles on Instagram, and maybe, just maybe, you've thought to yourself, I want that. But what if I told you that behind some of those perfect smiles is a world of regret, chronic pain, and life-altering consequences that nobody warned them about? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on veneers, not to scare you, but because the information you're about to hear is information your dentist probably won't volunteer. This is the side of veneers that doesn't make it onto the highlight reel. So before you book that consultation, before you hand over your thousands of dollars, and before you make a permanent irreversible decision, watch this video first. But to understand why so many people end up regretting their veneers, you first need to understand why they got them in the first place and the culture that sold them the idea.
You have the tiniest chip in your tooth, and someone is telling you with full conviction that you should shave all of your teeth down to nubs and cover them and do that. And then it's like, and that's what I fell victim to. And it's like, I need to find out more if this is a problem just in like major hub cities like Los Angeles, New York, and Miami, or if this is everywhere. And I'm kind of thinking it is more just like a problem in the major hubs, but it's like, people are getting their teeth shaved down, not knowing anything about, and I'm people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not knowing anything about what can happen. And then you're just like for life.
Yeah, because
like,
your teeth don't grow back. Is that right?
Yeah. Like, no,
they stay nubs.
Yes, and like, when I found out kind of like, I essentially found out that like they might fall out forever. That like,
oh my
like
gosh.
no one can guarantee me that they won't. And
so that's crazy.
I'm like just beside myself.
I think that I just made the decision so flippantly. I was just like, everyone in Hollywood gets veneers. I'm going to get veneers. And obviously now, 5 teeth ejecting themselves across the globe later, there is definitely some things I wish I could have told that younger version of myself to be a little more mindful of. And I'm kind of excited to share that journey. I think people shouldn't just look at veneers as like going to cut a bob. And I remember even when I got mine, I was dating Bella Thorne at the time, and she was like heartbroken. She was like, why would you do this? The character of your teeth. And I remember at the time being like, you are so dramatic. Look at my new, my shiny teeth in me, right? I felt like the guy in like, what is it, Fairly Odd Parents? And now looking back, I'm like, she kind of ate with that notion.
She had a point.
That fixing your own teeth or embracing the character often leads you down a healthier path.
I frequently think about the amount of celebrities that have gotten veneers, and I want to talk about it because I don't think a lot of people realize how many celebrities have chosen to get these big white veneers. And maybe it's because I've spent over half my life in orthodontic work, but I feel like teeth have character that kind of fits somebody's face. And when everybody has the exact same teeth, I swear it's harder to recognize them. And then I think about how plastic surgery trends come in waves. Like think about the BBL or buccal fat removal. I can't help but feel like people are gonna regret getting rid of their teeth that gave them character.
Let's talk about how we got here, because veneers didn't become a trend by accident. For years, a perfect smile was associated with wealth and status. Hollywood stars had them, pop stars had them, and then social media happened, and suddenly, that perfect Hollywood smile just wasn't for celebrities anymore. It was something everyday people started chasing. TikTok and Instagram turned veneer transformation into viral content. Dentists started posting dramatic before and afters. Influencers filmed their veneer journeys, and the comment sections were always the same. Where did you go? How much did it cost? I need to do this. And celebrities, they accelerated it. When fans saw their favorite stars come back from a hiatus with a brand new smile, it normalized the idea that changing your teeth was just something you do, a beauty investment. But here's what nobody was saying in those comment sections. Many of those people who got veneers had perfectly healthy teeth before, teeth that didn't need to be touched, teeth they will never get back. Because that's the thing about veneers that the aesthetic content never tells you. To put them on, first, they have to take something away. And that process, the taking away, is where the pain begins. And for many people, it never fully stops.
So I've been in constant pain ever since I went and had my teeth done in Turkey back in February. It's been so bad, I've had to take constant pain relief every 4 hours for the past 3 months. I went to a dentist over here and basically they told me they weren't going to touch it, it isn't their problem. Shouldn't still be in pain after 3 months. My top teeth have been fine for the most part, but my lower jaw is where I've had a lot of pain and reactions to hot and cold.
Yesterday, after I had dinner with my family and my stepdad for his birthday, and I thought I mastered it, but it wasn't too much longer after where I started to have like a dull kind of pain, and it hurt. And I mean, I was waking up at like 2:30 in the morning when I saw the time on my phone, and it was hurting, so I had to take some Tylenol. Even though I was trying my best to just chew on my right side, it was still hurting on my left side. Luckily, it's not bad today because I haven't had any hard foods, just I've been sticking to soft foods, cottage cheese, eggs. I've got to switch it up on the eggs. I'm probably going to do like a egg boil, like a Cajun egg boil, and maybe some shredded chicken. I'll try that too. That's going to be on the menu for tomorrow. So I am just so, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm so excited just to get into my dentist to get this fixed and get out of pain and then go from there. At this point, I just want to be able to eat.
So I need to come on TikTok to see if there's anyone else that is suffering from the same problem as me, and maybe they can tell me whether this is normal or not. So I got veneers. I got them on December 14th, and today is January 4th. And the process was not a good time. I was in a lot of pain. I've always had sensitive teeth, and I experienced a lot of soreness, sensitivity, throbbing, which is normal. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to subside like after 2 weeks, which majority of it did. Like my teeth for 85% of the time do not hurt anymore. Like I can eat normally, I can drink cold, hot things. But randomly and only at nighttime, my like gums and teeth like start throbbing in like an achy type of pain, and that shit hurts. And I look up like veneers on TikTok, and like no one talks about the pain.
It is 4 o'clock and I'm in pain because my mouth hurts. Like I am gonna be in bed for the rest of the night because I'm in pain.
Let's get into what actually happens when you get veneers, because the procedure itself is far more invasive than most people realize going in. To place a veneer, your dentist has to shave down your natural teeth. They are removing a layer of your enamel, the hard, protective outer shell of your tooth. And here's the thing that changes everything. Enamel does not grow back, ever, not a single cell of it. So the moment you sit in that chair and let them start grinding, you have crossed a point of no return. Your teeth will need to be covered for the rest of your life, whether with veneers, crowns, or something else. You are committed permanently to an artificial surface over your natural tooth. And then comes the sensitivity. Most dentists will never mention it. They'll say you might experience some sensitivity, but many patients report that what they felt was far more beyond what they were prepared for. For some people, the sensitivity after veneers isn't a temporary inconvenience. It's a chronic, long-term reality they now have to live with every single day. People who describe a constant low-level aching in their teeth that never fully goes away. And the cruel irony, they went in wanting a better smile. They came out with a smile that hurts to maintain. But the pain doesn't stop at sensitivity. One of the biggest complaints from veneer patients is something far more everyday. Something we all do 3 times a day: eating.
POV. Eating an apple with veneers.
Y'all, so this is my first time eating with veneers. And it's not that bad, but what they don't tell you is that you have to push everything to the back. You can't chew with your front teeth, because those are like the more sensitive teeth. I don't know. Kind of help to like chill your head back. It kind of make you eat slower, but it's the sacrifice you gotta make, bro.
Don't get veneers unless you want to eat like this for the rest of your life. Also, I didn't get veneers because of cosmetic reasons. I got them because I needed them. But this is how I have to eat because my top teeth are veneers, and so I use my fingers as my top teeth because if you're supposed to be able to eat with veneers for foods that are like this is pretty soft, but I literally broke one of them on a Hershey Kiss one time, so I'm not risking it for the chicken biscuit. So this is how I eat.
Food. It sounds so small compared to chronic pain, but talk to people who have veneers, and eating comes up again and again as one of the biggest quality of life changes they weren't prepared for. And once you have them, there is a whole list of things you need to be mindful of every single time you eat. Hard foods, be careful, biting directly into an apple, cracking a nut. These are all things veneer wearers are warned against because the force of biting can chip or crack the veneer. Sticky foods, another problem. Toffees, caramel, chewy sweets, they can dislodge veneers entirely. Every meal becomes something to navigate rather than enjoy. And for some people who got composite veneers, which are the cheaper alternative, eating comes with yet another set of problems because composite doesn't just break more easily, it stains. Which brings us to something that a lot of people who choose composite veneers find out the hard way. The cheaper option comes with its own specific set of headaches.
If you're thinking about getting composite veneers or composite bonding, it's the same thing really. Do not get it. I wish I knew these things before I got it. Okay, so I got my composite bonding about 5 or 6 years ago, and my teeth have chipped 3 times. This was the weekend. That's the composite bonding. That's chipped 3 times. They also stain so bad. I'll show you a picture of my teeth before. Okay, so this is my teeth before. They're not at all bad. And this was my teeth after I got the bonding. I absolutely loved them when I first got them done. And this is my teeth now. Like, they are so stained. Maybe you can't see it, but see in person, they are so stained up the top. Like, my natural teeth were not like that. They were all white. These stained so bad. And now I've got that chip in it. I just don't know what to do. Like, do I get these taken off and then leave my natural teeth, or do I get like some other sort of veneer? But I don't want my teeth shaved down. I literally don't know what to do, but I just wish I never got the composite bonding.
When people start researching veneers and realize how expensive porcelain ones are, many of them look at composite as the affordable alternative. And on the surface, it makes sense. Composite veneers are cheaper, they are reversible in some cases, and the procedure is less invasive. But there are serious trade-offs that don't always get communicated clearly up front. Composite veneers stain easily and visibly. Coffee, tea, red wine, all the things you eat and drink regularly will gradually discolor your composite veneers. And unlike your natural teeth, you can't just whiten them. Whitening products don't work on composite resin. So now you're paying for touch-ups, for polishing, for maintenance appointments every few months just to keep them looking like what you paid for in the first place. And composite chips, breaks more easily than porcelain. The initial cost of composite might seem like a bargain, but when you factor in the maintenance, the repairs, the discoloration treatments, and the fact that they typically need replacing within 5 to 7 years, you often end up spending more in the long run than you would have on porcelain. And this is the problem with so much of the veneer industry. The full picture is rarely presented at the start, which leads us to a much bigger issue. Who is actually doing these procedures, and are they qualified? Because one of the most alarming things I discovered researching this topic is that the person putting veneers in your mouth may not be who you think they are.
Do you guys remember when all those veneer tech videos were going around and everybody was talking about how people were going to get classes to become a veneer tech and you would like graduate in like 2 weeks or something like that? I wanted to make a video on that a long time ago when all that was going around, but I was really nervous about all the backlash that I'm pretty much going to get because a lot of this was primarily my fault for not doing my research. But I do have veneers, and I did go not to a veneer tech, but I feel like it's something similar, and this is probably going to be a long video. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. I just made one and it was like really long and I ramble, but the point to the video is to please do your freaking research when it comes to doing anything in your freaking mouth, because then you're going to pay for it even more. Because now I'm stuck with this shit and I need to find somebody to fix it. So if you guys know of any good dentists, actual dentists that can fix my crowns in Tijuana or in LA and give me like a rough estimate, because I don't know how long it's gonna take me to fix, and it really affects me when it comes to freaking eating, because they just pop off whenever they want. They freaking hurt.
To be doing that job, that certification, you don't went and got you a tutorial or a piece of training, and you messing with people, and I want my money. And if I don't get my money, you go. So let me tell y'all what happened. Let me back up. I just put a post, reached out to her, and I told her I wanted to hire her for her services. We did a consultation. I went to her office. She advised me that I needed a partial, and that she would be able to get, she had to sit off of my impressions, and that when she got them back, I could come and pay the remaining balance. I gave her half the money then. On Wednesday, I went to her office. That's when my appointment was. I went to her office on Wednesday, and I tried the partials on her then, that they felt weird, like they was bulky. I couldn't hardly talk. They were so thick in my mouth that I couldn't even close my mouth. So I told her, I said, these feel weird in my mouth. Like I can't talk. That was when I first put them in. So she was like, I really don't have the tool that you need to get them shaved down. So I'm thinking to myself, if you done had my impressions in your office for over 2 to 3 weeks, why don't you got the tool? But anyway, she was like, no, you just need to adjust to them. So she took them out. I guess she called herself shaving them down. So she began to put the veneers in with the impression or whatever. So while she putting them in, I'm telling her, like, they still feel weird. They feel weird. So she sits me up or whatever, because she got me leaning back in like a dentist chair. She sits me up and she says, I just want to let you know that a little bit of the glue, I don't know what kind of glue, because again, I'm not no veneer tech. I don't do teeth. That's why I came to you. If you come to me, it's going to be about makeup. But I don't know nothing about no teeth. I know how I want them to look. I know I don't want to look like no horse and all of that. And I trusted you. I don't know if you were screenshotting pictures or what you was doing, but I trusted your word. I trusted you knowing your expertise. I thought this was something that you specialize in. Anyway, she sit me up. She tell me, oh, I just want you to know that it might be some glue might get on the partial, and I might not be able to take it out. So the partial, if you don't know, it's supposed to come in and out. So if you get like implants, it's like a place for you to get an implant. They're not supposed to be staying in, which I didn't know that at that time. So I was like, okay, me trusting her again, okay, whatever. As long as you're able to shave them down, because at this point, I can't talk, I can't eat. I don't know what you want me to do, but as long as you're able to shave them down. She clearly went over the shave them down part. So she ended up doing her thing. I'm letting her do her thing, because I'm thinking she's going to be able to adjust it before I leave. So by this time, it's like 9:30. My back done started hurting. My mouth is swole. It's hurting. But I'm telling her, she takes a picture. I'm like, they look all right, but they still, at that time, I couldn't talk. I said, they look all right, but I can't talk. She said, you got to adjust to them. So I'm thinking, okay, she know what she doing. By 12 o'clock, not even 24 hours, 12 o'clock, Thursday morning, I'm crying in tears because my mouth is swollen. I can't talk. I had to call out of work Thursday. I call this lady. I tell her, listen, I got to call out work. I can't even talk. My mouth is swollen. These things got to come out my mouth. She tells me she got a doctor's appointment. She gonna try to see what she could do. But can I come to the shop maybe at 10 o'clock? At that point, I'm like, okay, just meet me at the shop. So I go to the shop. I'm sitting at the shop waiting for her, because at this point, I haven't been able to sleep, eat, drink, nothing all night taking pain medicine. I go to the shop. She tells me she don't have the tool to take these partials out my mouth.
This is where we need to have a very serious conversation, because this part of the veneer industry is deeply concerning, and it's something that gets brushed under the carpet. There is a growing trend of people calling themselves veneer techs or cosmetic dental technicians who are now performing veneer procedures without being qualified dentists. These are not licensed dental professionals. They have not completed a dental degree. They have not trained for years on the human mouth, on oral health, on the risks and complications of dental procedures. They have taken a short course, sometimes just days long, and they are now filing down people's teeth. Think about what that means for a moment. Your enamel, the irreplaceable protective layer of your teeth, is being removed by someone who is not a dentist. The risks are enormous. An improperly prepared tooth is vulnerable to decay underneath the veneer, which can go undetected and progress to the point where the tooth is damaged beyond saving. The rise of veneer techs is directly connected to the next thing we need to talk about, the explosion of cheap overseas veneer tourism and why it has left so many people in serious trouble. You've probably heard the term turkey teeth by now. If you haven't, you're about to, because it's one of the most striking examples of what happens when people chase the cheapest possible option without understanding what they're signing up for.
Stop getting veneers. I beg of you. Just stop getting veneers. As you can tell, I'm kind of talking with my mouth closed. That's because I'm super ashamed. For the last, I would say 3 years, I've been complaining to dentists. I think I went to like 40 dentists while I was in LA, saying something's wrong with this side of my mouth. This whole side of my mouth, something's wrong with it. I can't open my jaw very loudly. Like it hurts when I talk. I feel like there's something there. All the dentists and I were like, there's nothing wrong. It's probably just your veneers are a little uncomfortable. It's nothing wrong. So I decided to go to Mexico because the dentists in Mexico are just so great. So I went to Mexico and I got my veneers done in Turkey, by the way. I want to make that very clear. I got it done in Turkey. You guys, no matter how much money you come into one day or like you just like feel like your teeth are ugly, take care of your own teeth. It would always be better than getting veneers. So I go to Mexico. And to know me is someone that I'm a personal hygiene freak. Like I brush my teeth like 5 times a day, especially after I got veneers. I knew something like I have to take care of my teeth extra. But when you get veneers done in like a place like Turkey and you don't spend a lot of money on it, because I was trying to be cheap, I was trying to be Nigerian. Honey, they don't give you veneers, they give you crowns. So now you have a whole full mouth of crowns and you can't brush your teeth that's underneath it. So I got to Mexico and I was told that literally all my bottom teeth, and I mean all except for 4, are rotten. And I have to pull all of them, pretty much. And so I got 7 teeth pulled. I don't even want to show you because I'm so embarrassed. 7. Like 7 teeth was extracted, and you know how painful that is. It's barbaric. What's so sad, and even the doctors were so saddened for me, was that my teeth were actually very healthy. My teeth that were underneath it were very healthy. It was just that I couldn't get to my teeth when I brush or floss, that it just took out all the gum down there. So they didn't have any choice. Like they couldn't save it. They couldn't save them.
Turkey teeth. If you spent any time on dental TikTok, you know what this means. It fast the trend of people, particularly in the UK and Europe, traveling to Turkey for heavily discounted dental work, including veneers. The price difference is genuinely shocking. A full set of veneers in the UK can cost anywhere from 5,000 euros to 15,000 euros or more. In Turkey, clinics are advertising the same procedure for a fraction of that price, and when you add flights and accommodation, it can still work out dramatically cheaper. So of course people go. The economics makes sense on paper. But here's what the glossy clinic websites don't show you. Stories of people who came back with veneers that were too big, too white, too thick, that made them look like they had a mouthful of Tic Tacs, people whose bite was completely thrown off, people who developed infections, people whose temporary veneers fell off on the flight home. And the real kicker, when something goes wrong, you are thousands of miles away from that clinic that did the work. Your dentist at home is now dealing with someone else's botched procedure, and in many cases, they have to charge you full price to fix it. The bargain has now cost you more than if you just paid the full price in the first place. Cheap veneers, whether at home or abroad, often mean corners being cut, less time taken, lower quality materials, less experienced practitioners, less follow-up care. But beyond the aesthetics and the financial loss, there is a health consequence to poorly done veneers that is far more serious than staining or chipping, one that can affect your health, in ways that go beyond your mouth. Because what many people don't realize is that bad veneers don't just ruin your smile, they can set off a chain of health consequences, starting with your gums.
My question is, in Atlanta, probably maybe in Houston, it's a whole lot of people with veneers.
Okay.
Is that a long-term danger from you as a dentist? If somebody is weighing out, should I get her or should I not get her? Veneers is the mouth BBL.
Okay. It is.
Right?
It
Yes.
is.
So I'm saying to you, once they pull them out or the time elapses, what's the problem?
Well, the issue for me is when the veneer techs do it and a licensed practitioner is not doing it, because we've been taught to do it in a safe way.
Yeah.
We take x-rays, we can close those margins to make sure that you have a quality product, right?
Yes.
There are too many people that are doing it that are not licensed to do it. That's probably one of the first bills I want to pass, to make it illegal for a veneer tech to do veneers. Because when you mess up somebody, listen, no.
Get the votes in Atlanta. You can't say that veneers.
Let me tell you why. When you get periodontal disease, it causes all kind of problems. Y'all heard of heart disease, but it can cause cancer. It can cause Alzheimer's. When you look at the outcome of what that can cause, yes, you don't want to play with that. I know a lot of people say, and they play on American medicine, dentists are not real doctors.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't want to play in your mouth.
This is the part of the video that I want you to pay the most attention to, because we've talked about pain, inconvenience, the financial loss. But what we're about to discuss is a genuine health risk. Periodontal disease starts as inflammation, red, swollen, bleeding gums, but left untreated, it progresses. The infection moves deeper. It attacks the ligaments and bone that hold your teeth in place. In advanced stages, it causes tooth loss, but it doesn't stop in the mouth. And this is what is critically underreported when people talk about veneer risks. There is a significant and well-documented body of research linking periodontal disease to serious systemic health conditions like oral cancer. So when someone gets poorly fitted veneers from an unqualified tech at a budget clinic, and those veneers lead to ongoing gum disease, which goes undetected because they're not seeing a proper dentist regularly, the downstream consequences can be devastating and life-altering, all because they wanted a nicer smile. Now, are dentists aware of all this? Absolutely, and many of them are speaking out. So let's look at what qualified dental professionals are actually saying about the veneer trend and what they wish their patients knew.
Well, I mean, it's not like there's a dentist out there that's been educating you guys for 6 years that's been telling you guys not to get veneers if you cannot possibly get them. But hey, here we are. And I tell people this all the time. Not only in veneers do they have to shave off the front of the teeth. When you get a veneer, one, they are in the front normally exactly where you're biting, and they're only on the front little layer of your teeth. And any dental thing that you get, a filling, a composite, and a crown, and root canal, whatever, there is a chance that things can break off and get messed up. And the more you have, the more chances you have of something getting messed up. And unfortunately, if you have these things that are barely layered on your front of your teeth and you go to bite into something, well, there's a lot of chances of them popping off and falling off. And so basically one of the rules I tell people is that if you're getting veneers, you will never bite anything with your front teeth ever again, because you don't want to risk a veneer popping off. I cannot imagine an entire lifetime of not being able to eat with your front teeth. And that's another reason why I tell you guys, if you like the shape of your teeth, don't get veneers or crowns. Don't go to Turkey and get turkey teeth. Just get Invisalign or braces and get it fixed and get some whitening. Now, if you absolutely hate the shape of your teeth, or you have some issue that you have to get your teeth shaved down for, like cavities or crap like that, then you can get veneers or crowns. But if you don't have those issues, don't do it, because there's way more issues than you ever think. And then after 10 years, you're going to have to get them replaced. It's a mess. Trust me.
The consistent message from dental professionals is this: veneers are a legitimate dental procedure, but they were designed for people with specific dental issues, chipped teeth, teeth with gaps, or minor misalignment. They were not designed to be a cosmetic upgrade for perfectly healthy teeth. And yet, that is increasingly how they are being marketed and sold. In many cases, what a person wants aesthetically from veneers can be achieved through teeth whitening, orthodontics, or composite bonding, procedures that don't require destroying your enamel. But those procedures take longer, they cost differently, they're less dramatic for a before and after video, so they don't get pushed the same way. The other thing professionals are saying loudly is this: do your research, not just on the procedure, but on who is doing it. And that brings us to the final, most important part of this video, because after everything we've covered today, the question is, what should you actually do? What does doing proper research look like? And when should you consider veneers, and when absolutely shouldn't you? So here is what doing proper research actually looks like. 1. Only see a licensed qualified dentist, not a veneer tech, not a beautician with a certificate. A dentist. Check their credentials. Check that they are registered with your country's dental regulatory body. 2. Ask about alternatives. A good dentist will explore whether whitening, bonding, or orthodontics can achieve what you want without removing enamel. If a dentist goes straight to recommending veneers without discussing alternatives, that is a red flag. 3. Understand that this is permanent. Ask your dentist to walk you through exactly what will happen to your natural teeth. Ask about the lifetime cost. 4. Don't let price be your primary driver. Cheap veneers are cheap for a reason. The savings you make on the front end can cost you enormously, financially and physically on the back end. And lastly, take your time. This is not a decision to make because you saw a TikTok or because a celebrity you admire got it done. Your teeth are yours forever. Treat the decision with the weight it deserves. The people who regret their veneers don't regret wanting a nice smile. They regret not having the full information before they made an irreversible choice. And that's what today was about, making sure you're not one of them. This video is not saying that veneers are always bad or that everyone who gets them regrets them. There are people who genuinely needed them and are thrilled with the results. There are qualified, experienced cosmetic dentists doing excellent ethical work. But the culture around veneers right now is not honest. It is driven by aesthetics, by social media, by financial incentives, and by the removal of proper barriers that used to protect patients.
Y'all be so fine and then y'all run and go get them teeth. Why? Y'all be looking good without them. Y'all look better. Y'all look more natural. I mean, I get it. Sometimes you have to get them because sometimes you really do need them and you do look better with them. But like, if you gonna get them, can you get the ones that's not big as hell? And that's not like Steve Harvey-ish, like, no shade to Steve Harvey. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason Beyonce has not gotten fake teeth, and she don't need to. A lot of y'all don't need them. A lot of y'all need braces. A lot of y'all are just impatient, and that's okay. But also, just wait. Get some braces. Do it the natural way. That's what I did. I get asked if my teeth are fake all the time. I always do. No, they're real and they're mine. It's crazy that we've come to a time where like the flex is like, oh yeah, my teeth are real. Because they are.
If you've made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. Creators' handles are in the description box below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.